Welcome friends, it is I, LostScarf, and it's time for a special kind of guide. This has been requested a few times, so we're going to do it here before we do the Reinhardt guide, and that is special options for certain heroes. 9 heroes in the game currently have special controls, and we're going to show them here so you understand what they are. And they're kind of convenient. Some I like to do, some I don't like to do. I'm going to show you them in full so you can see whether you like to use them or not, and I'll tell you where they can be kind of useful for some of them. And that'll be it for this kind of guide. It should be a pretty quick guide, but it is a very helpful one because there are some things that you might want to have on your characters. Alright, we're going to start this out simple with Genji, Hanzo, and Junkrat. They have the ability to climb walls. If you didn't know, Junkrat's ultimate, his Riptire, can climb walls. Some people didn't know that, now you do. So Hanzo and Genji's, can climb walls. You just jump over, hold jump, and then you can climb up the wall. A nice thing about this is you can let go of jump at any time to just come off the wall, or you can just hit S to come off the wall, or look away to come off the wall. There you go with that. Hanzo does the same thing goes for the Riptire. But you have an option you can do for these 3 heroes, and that is you have the option to make it that you can climb walls automatically. So you just jump to a wall and you'll climb it automatically with Genji, with Hanzo, and with the Riptire. That's a thing you can do. And for some people this will be useful. There's one downside to it, and that is the fact that you can jump onto the wall like that I'm not holding space at all, I'm just jumping to it. The downside to it is you cannot just hit space again to come off the wall. But you still have the other 2 ways to do it. You can come off the wall by looking away, and come off the wall by just hitting S to fall back. That's all you gotta do. But you will climb the wall automatically like so. But you always have ways to just come off. It's just that you just have one less option to come off, which was jump. That's about it. The same thing goes for Hanzo. He can do the same thing. Just running over here, climb the wall automatically. There you go. And then there's Junkrat, and I'll show you this in a moment. Alright, here we go, time to show off the Riptire, and here we go, just go over here, and then just jump and climbs the wall, like so. There you go, that's with the toggle. With not the toggle, you just have to hold space to climb up, just like so. Now the next group is being able to see HP, and Zarya and Soldier 76 have this ability, and that's because they can have the ability to support people. So go over here, usually when you're support, you can see people's HP, but no one else can. So you go to Zarya, you go ahead and go to this option, and why wouldn't you use this, right? You go over here, pick Zarya, and you go, you know what? I want to see people's HP. And now, you can! You can see people's HP, and you just give them the bubble. Simple as that. Not nice. That's a very useful thing. I don't know why that's not automatic, but you should definitely turn that on. I don't know why you wouldn't want to have it on. But the same thing goes for Soldier 76. Soldier 76 has 2 options. One of them is the ability to see HP, and the other one is just whether or not you want to toggle his run or not. So I'll just show you that right here. So Soldier 76, and there you go. Sprint to hold or not, so it's whether or not you want to hold sprint when you're running, and then you just let go, or you want it to be toggled so that you only come off of it when you fight, or when you just click off of it, and being able to see allies' HP. So as you can see right here, holding sprint, I'm running around. Simple as that, and then I can see my teammates' HP, put this down, now they're getting healed up. As far as the running goes, it's just a question of feel. Some games it's toggle, some games it's, you can hold it. And so it's just whether or not where you come from, what game you've played, whether you like to hold it or not, that's up to you. Now Reinhardt has a very simple option, that is just quite simply this. Over here, you have the ability to, whether or not you like it or not, to toggle your shield, that's it. Do you like to toggle it or not? So hit it right click once, you got it out, hit right click again and put it down. Or do you like being able to hold it? Personally, I like holding it for some reason. I just like holding it there and just knowing that when I have it held out, I can do things. But it's also because you can't left click when you have this toggled on. Whereas when you got your shield out, when you're holding right click, you're going to let go of right click to hit left click. That's just a thing you do instinctively, at least in my opinion. So it's up to you whether you like it or not. Now this is one of my favorite options, and that's the fact that Widowmaker has the ability to have 2 sensitivities. This is pretty cool to me, and that is Widowmaker can go down here, go in your options, and whether or not you want to be able to toggle your zoom and your sensitivity when zoomed. So you could have really sensitive aim or not that sensitive aim. It's up to you, and then that does not affect your regular sensitivity. That is what's awesome. So I really like that a lot, and also whether or not you want to toggle zooming. So whether or not you want to be that you hit right click or that you hold right click. It's really your preference right there, which one you like. I like to hold it. And just the fact you have different sensitivities from just different things, that is great. Shoot like this with this sensitivity, shoot like this with a different sensitivity. That is just a great feature. I love that one a lot. Now Lucio has a pretty simple one going on here, and that is, do you want to be able to toggle your left shift or just switch it when you hit it? Personally, I like the ability to just switch. So if I want to be in default heal, I can be. Default speed, I can be. But you have the ability to make it that crossfade just stays only when you hold it. So you go over here, of course, you go over to Lucio, go to his options, you put that you want crossfade to be something that you hold. So what happens is, you are automatically in heal as default, and you only go into speed when you hold shift. That's it. Sometimes, though, for me, sometimes you want to just be in speed at all times, depending on what your team's doing, and sometimes you want to just be in heal all the time. So I like to be able to just switch with shift instead of having to hold it for the crossfade. But again, that's preference. Now, Mercy can kind of be the most complicated because she actually has 3 options, and they're pretty cool what they are. You have the ability to just heal people by like holding the button and giving damage by holding the button, but you can also toggle it, like so in the options. So you go over here, and we turn it on. So now, you just hit left click, and she's now healing always. You don't have to hold it. You can look around, whatever. You can also hit right click, and there you go. So you don't have to hold it for healing or for giving damage. I personally prefer holding it. That's just how I am. But there's 2 other options. That is, you have the option to go that you always will just Guardian Angel to the person you're healing. So I look away, I can do that. Or also giving damage, of course. Or you can give yourself the option that you're always going to whoever you look at. And that's over here, of course. And then right here. So Guardian Angel prefers beam target. Also toggle. So toggle is an important one to know about. And that is, now I can just go to whoever I'm looking at. So I can go over here. But the thing is, toggle. The default is when you hit left shift, you just fly over there. When you turn it off, you have to hold left shift to go over there. Personally, I like the toggle. You're flying over there. But what the advantage to letting go early, of course, is that you can just, well, you don't go all the way to them if you want to fake out your opponent. That is something kind of useful there. But when you have it on toggle, now the way that you can still fake people out, of course, would be to do this. There you go. So looking over here, and she goes there and just hit shift again to end it early. That's all you got to do. So it's up to you how you want to do it. Do you want to have to hold it? Or be able to just hit toggle twice to end short? That's up to you, how you want to do it. That's really it. And that is all the options for all the heroes. Will Sombra have any changes to this? Will she have any special options? We don't know yet. Maybe she will. I'm assuming she's a support, so she'll already have the ability to see HP. But we'll see what her options are. Most likely, if she is that sniper that they're saying, she'll have a special toggle for Widowmaker. And if she has anything really special that really point out, then we'll have a little video for her for sure. And that right there is the guide. As always, you should subscribe because we're going to have guides for just all sorts of different things. You see the options menu this time. Up next is going to be Reinhardt, and that's going to be a lot of fun to learn about him because he's just so great at objectives. And then, of course, subscribing for gameplay. You can see how we succeed and fail, so you can see how you can learn from our mistakes so you don't have to make them yourself. That'll be a really good thing for you. So that right there is the guide. I had fun while watching. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Having fun, links come by, and see you next time.